What's up, guys? I'm SaltEMike, and this is your Star Citizen Week in Review for December 30th, 2024. The year's almost over. 4.0 has had a bit of time to cook on the servers, and it's starting to show its issues, and we're in the midst of the holiday break, but some devs are not taking one, it seems, and Nyx is looking like it's about to get a retcon. All that and more on today's Week in Review. And as always, if this is your first week in review, this is where I take all of the official Star Citizen news each week, put it into one video, and share some of my opinions about it. I also live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/SaltEMike, and I've been going pretty hard on 4.0 lately, so stop by and say hi as I go through the ups and downs of the new patch. Also, no sponsor this week, so if you want to support the channel, you can always go above and beyond and click the join button or grab some merch at saltemike.tv. But with that, let's talk about 4.0 and how it's going. All right, before we get into my experiences with the patch, we had a 4.0 preview status update, and this was amazing. It was from Proxys. Before we head off for the holiday, they basically put out a status update post to let us know what's going on, what issues there are, and what they're doing to mitigate them. The main issues are global lag, and I think this is starting to suffer a lot of other things as well. So things like interaction delays, inventory delays. I heard people saying they couldn't spawn their ships, things like that. I have not experienced the spawn their ship one yet, but I'm sure that one's coming for me as I've been getting a lot of the other ones. Also, some people aren't even able to log into the game, right? And we'll get to that. Missions are number 2, and I legit would say these have been the worst for me as they're kind of cited for the reason for not sending 4.0 to the live servers. They have failed me one too many times to even bother with them at all at this point. I might try again next week. We'll see, but I've not been messing with them at all towards the end of the week. But I started trying and it didn't work out well. Then apparently the hangar spawns were causing issues. So we're no longer spawning in our hangars. We're spawning in our habs again. But it seems like they still want to go in this direction, which is great because we skip all the mess of elevators and these other things that are super annoying. Then, boom, on the 26th, they come in and let us know that they fixed the biggest culprit for the main issues they feel, and that was a major 30k issue, which was causing a 30k, and the 30k was blocked by a black screen. So there's just a black screen in front of the screen that you need to escape to the main menu, so you just have to click around and find the OK button. The issue then is you get locked to the server that you were on that doesn't exist. So that's the 60k errors. Some people are perpetually locked out and are unable to get in. It's kind of crazy. So they're fixing one of the crashes, right? One of the main culprits to this issue, but not the issues as a whole. It's still the holiday. I don't think we're going to get a fix to the root cause of the problem, but they're trying to get the main or the biggest culprit for it, right? And then, yeah, people are getting stuck in shards forever. I know those comments are coming. I know you're perma-locked out of the game. That's why I keep mentioning it. It's a huge issue for people. I don't know what to do. I don't even know if you could put in a support ticket if they're even going to answer it right now. It's part of the problem of sending out a patch and going on the holiday. So kind of a good idea for them not to go fully live, and it's kind of working out. So with that, that's the official stuff. Let's talk about my general experiences. It's been a bit of a mixed bag, right? Some days were great. Some days were not. After that 26th update, I have not had a single black screen. I have tried to get one. The only one that I have for you is an artificial one that I sat and I timed out. So you get a black screen in front of the timeout screen as well. These are just my experiences. I know that they differ from yours. I've avoided missions since the beginning of the week because I couldn't get a single one done, or not many at least. Also, the less time I spend messing around with not just missions, but hangars or the contested zone content, the better time I find myself having. If I run cargo or salvage or mine, things seem to be okay. Specifically, looting other players' backpacks, failing to work, that part not working, is the most frustrating thing for me, which is sort of why I've avoided contested zone content for the most part. Before the 26th update, yeah, again, I attempted missions, ran into a ton of issues. The 24th and the 25th, I couldn't even get into the game, really. And yeah, it was just brutal. That's where I had Black Screen City, and I didn't record any of that, so I wish I had that for you, but yeah. Lastly, the occasional servers getting into a state where you run into delays, interaction delays, inventory delays, and more. It's brutal, but some servers are fantastic and some aren't. So I'll put this out there in the world. If some servers are good and some are not, they should be able to tell why some are bad and some are not. So hopefully, then they can get to the root cause of those problems and fix them early in 2025. 4.0 launch, though, overall has far exceeded my expectations. I expected it to be 3.18. Way worse than this, but I can find some fun within the mess. Contested zones can be a great time. Salvaging is really great for money, and the client and server frame rate is pretty darn good. So I'm finding enjoyment while I know that others can't even get in. So it's 3.18 for some people and not for others, and it's just a weird mixed bag. And I am glad they didn't go officially live. Now I'm questioning, should they wipe again and go officially live sometime earlier in the next year? I'm assuming most of you guys are going to say no, but I feel like some of you are feeling left out and would like to start from the beginning with others. It's a lot more fun. Contested zones will be pretty hyped up and stuff like that again. And yeah, but that's where we'll leave that for the patch. I think it was a pretty good end of the year for a horrible year that we had, in my opinion at least. We finally saw the fruits of a lot of people's labor coming towards the end of this year, but again, it's not even live yet, so hopefully we'll get some more fixes, maybe a little bit more content and some other things early in the year. So with that, let's go to the other updates. So for one of the first times this year, we don't have a sneak peek, so we're going to go straight to dev posts, and the first one is about cleanup. Somebody made a post complaining about empty bottle cleanup, I think, and Xylo talks about still wanting to incentivize us cleaning up after ourselves. What do you think he means by this, though? I think it's always fun to like read into what they're saying and what meetings they may have had and what little breadcrumbs they're giving us, because this can go one of two ways, right? They can incentivize us by punishment, like crime stats or fines for littering, or by paying players who clean up locations. So it can go one of two ways. I obviously prefer the latter, but in general, I would rather the bottle just disappear when I'm done using it, and medical gowns not exist, and so on. All the things we trash are because they're pointless from the start. They're not immersive to me. They're just annoying. But let me know what you guys think, because they could be immersive to you, and, you sounding off in the comments still matters, right? Then, these guys worked on the holiday, right? So this is a continuation of the 4.0 status update a little bit, but from the legend Ahmed himself. I worked at a casino for a really long time, and I worked with one of his friends, and years ago, he told me a story about this Ahmed guy, dude. He was remoting into work to fix servers on his wedding day, at the wedding. So to no surprise, he's busting his butt to maintain the servers for us over the break. So cheers to Ahmed and anybody else that has been helping out, because that's pretty awesome. Then Xylo echoed these comments in, because these were from testing chat from Ahmed on the forums to give it more reach. Basically, they see the issues with the black screens. They're on it. I assume sometime early next week or late next week, we'll see some more hot fixes for other things, right? And just for reference, Benoit, Balt on the forums, is chiming in as well on the break to just keep people posted on what's been going on. So again, cheers to those guys. And then we did get a lore post, and this first one's pretty cool. It's about blueprints. So they start out answering the question of why would in-lore companies allow us to rip off their designs and craft their items with blueprints? And the answer is kind of funny. There were so many knockoffs, they were kind of better off making official blueprints so people would know they were getting the correct item. They did mention something about StarSim and the 90% NPC comment, which I still think is a bit odd given the directions the game seems to be going, right? But we'll see. I don't see the point of creating things to sell to NPCs. I see the point of creating things to sell to players. I do not find the fun in gathering a resource from the game and then immediately dumping it into the trash and having it disappear into the game. It's like this circular, but it's such a small circle that it's just not enjoyable, where I like the idea of getting commodities or buying commodities or farming them or mining them or salvaging them and turning them into something that people use, not just go into the ether of nothing, right? And then Kruger lore, basically they're saying the company's not forgotten. There are a ton of items that they make in lore that are not in the game, but the lore team doesn't decide when they go in the game. That is to say that it's up to they'd say it's up to the dev team, basically, but we all know it's up to the marketing team, right, guys? So yeah, just a little joke there, but at the same time, it's probably true. Then Nyx is probably getting a retcon. So they're all but confirming that it's going to get a similar retcon to the Pyro system. They want it to differ from Pyro and be more Frontier-like. Okay, fine. And less under Outlaw control. Cool. They want to populate all the planets in lore, it seems, because they feel they can now. And it's probably a good choice since we're getting significantly less systems on launch than I think we would need, but we're getting more surface area. So, and celestial bodies and things like that we can interact with. So it kind of is a good trade-off in that case. And that'll do it for this week. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful new year and all those things. If I have a New Year's resolution, it's the New Year's resolution I had last year, and it was to make more videos on this channel, and I didn't do it. I kept making excuses for myself of why other people's videos are better or why I couldn't do it. And you know what? I'm just going to do it. Whether they're perfect, whether they're as good as one guy's or as better than another, it doesn't matter. I feel like people have really enjoyed Week in Review, and if you've enjoyed Week in Review, then you've enjoyed probably what I have to say. So maybe I'll make more videos. I definitely want to make more guides. I definitely want to do more on this channel. I don't need to do more on Twitch. I don't need to do more on the React channel. I need to do more here. And that's the plan for the new year. Just got to figure out what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it. And yeah, I guess feel free to put suggestions down below. I know I want to make guides. I know I want to do like Let's Play content, tier lists. We already have the podcast on the podcast channel now, but you know, I've done some talking head stuff, things like that. So let me know what you guys are looking forward to from me in the new year. Let me know what some of your New Year's resolutions are, and let me know how you guys are feeling about 4.0. Do you want to wipe if they put it out again? Do you like the way it was? Do you like the way it's going? Are you angry? A lot of people are angry. Every time I'm saying I'm enjoying myself, I'm not ignoring that missions don't work. I'm not ignoring that it's an absolute mess and everything I've touched has bugs. I'm not ignoring that. But for the first time in a long time, I can see the potential in the actual game instead of saying, man, Daymar looks so cool. If they just put a game in here, it would be fun. They're putting a game in there now. It's not a big one. It's not a super fun one. It's barely there. But they're starting, and that's kind of promising, and that makes me excited. Not just for 2025, because I don't think it's going to get that good in 2025 yet, but in 2026 and beyond, I do think that they might have their right head on their shoulders, and I'm just scared, and I'm wondering where they're going to screw it up. So that's how I feel right now, but let me know how you guys are feeling. Leave a like on this, leave a comment down below, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because the people have enjoyed Week in Review. You're the reason why I'm able to get an editor and make it better. You're the reason why I do this every week. Because some days it's really hard, especially the last couple months. CIG was doing so much, and it was so much work to put this together every week that I couldn't even make the videos that I wanted to make. I had so many ideas, and I was so busy with this that I wasn't able to finish anything that I started. And it's because you guys enjoy it so much. I keep trying to raise the standard of it and make it better. So thank you for watching. It's going to get even better in the new year. And again, I'm going to make that promise to you guys. And I want you guys to hold it to me. I'm not going to say at least another video a week, but that's really what I would like to do. And but I want those videos to be good and quality. So if I can't deliver something, I'm not going to. But anyway, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Get down below and pick up some SaltEMike merch if you want to support. Hit the join button, all that stuff. And I just want to thank you for a wonderful year. You know, Star Citizen did not have a good year, but I personally did, and it's because of you guys. And I can't thank you enough. I'm living a dream, and it's because you guys, for some reason, like to hear this doofus talk. So here's to another year of that, and I'll see you guys next year.